This video will show you how to put together a thesaurus and text word search. So once you're into the databases, the first thing we need to do is to select our database. So we're going to select Medline. Remember that if we want to use thesaurus terms, we can only search one database at a time. So we're looking for articles that talk about the use of ibuprofen and paracetamol in children with a fever. We've broken down our search into the concepts, and then we're going to start searching on our first concept, ibuprofen. We type our first term, ibuprofen, into the search box and we click on Thesaurus. Once we've clicked on the thesaurus, we find the term that's most relevant, which is ibuprofen at the top, and we click on that to get to the thesaurus itself. Once in the thesaurus, we locate the thesaurus term that we're interested in, remembering that if we're not sure if that is the correct term, we can always check the relevant scope note. Once we've identified the term, best practice is simply to explode and click on Search Now. Once we've located and searched on our thesaurus term, we need to close the thesaurus in order to search on our text word terms. Once we've closed down the thesaurus, we then choose our term ibuprofen, which stays in the search box, and we search for it in the default of the title and the abstract in Medline. So we just click on Search. This then brings line 2 of our search, ibuprofen, in the title and abstract with the corresponding number of results. We then search on our remaining synonyms, so we can click on the X to clear the search box. We can type in Nurofen, and we can click on Search, clear the search box again, and our remaining term, Brufen, and click on Search. So we've identified our thesaurus term and then searched on our synonyms in text words. We now need to start structuring the search and putting these together. So we select all of our ibuprofen terms, and because they all mean the same, we combine them with or and click Combine. Line 5 has all our terms related to ibuprofen. We then choose our second concept, paracetamol, and we repeat the same process. So we type in paracetamol. The first thing we do is map it to the thesaurus to see if we can find a thesaurus term. Once in the thesaurus, we click on the relevant term, paracetamol. We then locate the relevant thesaurus term, which in this instance is acetaminophen. Best practice, simply to explode and search now. Once we've searched on our thesaurus term, remember to close the thesaurus before carrying on searching in the title and abstract field. So we leave paracetamol where it is and simply click on Search. We then search on our remaining synonym, Calpol, typing in our term and clicking on Search. We then combine all of our paracetamol terms together and combine using OR because they all mean the same, and click on Combine. We now have 2 lines to our search, line 5 and line 9. Line 5 has all of our ibuprofen terms in, line 9 has all of our paracetamol terms in. We want articles that talk about both of these. We're combining different concepts, so now we're combining with AND. We then check the number of results to see if we need to carry on. So we add in our third concept of fever. We clear the search box and we start the process again. When we type the first term in, we map it to the thesaurus. We scroll down to locate the relevant term, which is fever. Click on the term to locate the thesaurus term, which is fever here. Best practice is then to explode that term and search now. Once we've exploded that term, we have to close the thesaurus to come back out, and then we can continue by searching in the title and abstract fields. We then continue by searching on our other synonyms related to fever, which would be pyrexia, search, and febrile. And search. Once we have all our fever terms together, we simply select and combine all these using OR because they mean the same. We now have line 10, which has all of our ibuprofen and paracetamol terms. We have line 15, which is all our fever terms. We now need to add fever back into our search. This time we select our two lines and combine with and, because we're combining different concepts together. We do have another concept of child to add in, but we will add those in later when we look at limits. Just to recap, we start off by choosing a particular concept, ibuprofen, mapping it to the thesaurus before searching on our relevant synonyms. We combine all of these terms together and then we move on to our second concept. Once we've done our second concept and combine with or, we then combine our ibuprofen, paracetamol terms together with and to see where we're up to. If we need to carry on, we can then add in our third concept of fever. This is how you search using both thesaurus terms and text word search terms.